Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today on the bench I have an interesting watch. Well, I should say an interesting watch case. This is a dust-proof case patented by Ezra Fitch. And what makes this interesting is the screw-down crown. This added a much greater resistance to dust compared to a typical watch case, and I'm honestly surprised that these cases didn't gain more popularity. I know from some preliminary research that the movement is likely a Waltham made around the late 1870s to the early 1880s. The examples I've seen were anywhere from 7 to 15 joules, so this will be a little bit of a surprise. Let's begin by taking a look at the case. Here's the screw-down crown. It's reverse threaded. The threads are in good shape. The bow is nice and stiff. The crystal is pretty scuffed up, so I'll replace that. The black tarnish leads me to believe that the case is either coin or sterling silver. The second's hand is missing, so we'll find a spare to replace that with. I'm thinking about polishing the case. It's got some scratches that I'd like to buff out. Let's take the bezel off and see what we're working with here. The dial looks good. There's a little bit of chipping near the time setting lever. The hinge here is loose. It looks like the brass pin isn't pushed in all the way. And here's the movement, a Waltham 7 joule. I can tell by the balance that it's from around 1880. We'll get a better look at that corrosion once the balance is off. The balance staff seems perfectly fine, but it's not engaging the gear train. This could be from old oil gumming up the movement, or it could be a broken roller jewel. The case is indeed sterling silver. The patent date is 1879. I looked up the serial number and this movement is from 1881, so this is original to the case. Let's decase the movement and investigate further. First, we'll make sure that the mainspring is fully unwound. Now we'll remove the balance and see if the roller jewel is in place. There's that spot of corrosion. I can get rid of it, but the gilt finishing underneath is probably destroyed. And here's the culprit. No roller jewel. Thankfully, that's easy enough to fix. Here's a spare seconds hand. It's a tiny bit loose, but once I tighten the collet, it'll fit nicely. Let's go ahead and remove the hands now. The minute hand is a little bent, but that's easy enough to straighten out. No rust on the hands is a good sign. Let's get the dial off and see if there's any damage underneath. There's a few spots of corrosion, namely on the fourth wheel bushing. Everything else looks okay, so let's start the disassembly. The hour wheel is pretty stuck on there. It's probably been a good 20 years since this has been serviced last. Let's remove the setting lever now. There's a bit of rust that we'll have to remove. Now we'll remove the winding gears. The crown wheel is unfortunately missing a tooth. It's not the worst thing in the world, and I don't have any spares right now, so it's going to have to stay. Next up is the ratchet wheel. It's also missing a tooth. I'm starting to sound like a dentist rather than a horologist. Now we'll remove the click and flip over to the gear train. I can see that someone really over-tightened these screws here. Very minimal wear so far, just a very dirty movement. The barrel, thankfully, has all its teeth. There's not a lot of movement being transferred here. I'm hoping the corrosion is limited to the plates and hasn't made its way into the gears. Let's take the main plate off and see what's going on. It looks absolutely pristine. Thankfully the damage was fairly superficial. All the pivots look perfect, no rust or wear, and the bushings look great too. Now let's take a look at the winding stem, and it's in fairly good shape as well. Here's the mainspring. It is set, but I'm going to leave it as is. I don't want to put any unwarranted stress on the gear train. And before I start cleaning, I want to replace that roller jewel and get a look at the balance pivots. I've already fitted the jewel into the table, so now we just have to tap it back into place. I took some pictures of the balance pivots. They're in surprisingly good shape. Here's the bottom pivot. And here's the top. Just a little bit dirty. Here's the top balance hole jewel. It was broken, so I've replaced that as well. And here's the movement. The corrosion is gone, but the plating in that area was unfortunately destroyed. And here's the dial. I did end up polishing the case. I know some people prefer to leave the tarnish, and I probably would have myself, but I wanted to remove the scratch marks on the back. The new crystal looks great. Overall, I'm very happy that I was able to get this one running again. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.